All right, old school NBA fans, self-research NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, and right back at it. I did a video on this a while back, but I didn't have the whiteboard, which I think makes all the difference. Didn't explain it quite in this way. So this is all really contingent on how much stock you put in the advanced metric of PER, player efficiency rating. How much stock do you put in it? Me personally, I don't know. I haven't studied it enough. Typically, though, it looks like the very best players in the league score high on the PER. There's exceptions. Sometimes you'll see a guy like, oh, wow, he was really efficient. I didn't think he would be that. But for the most part, the best players are at the top of the list. So what I find interesting about PER, if you go before the merger, not as many teams. There's plenty of combinations where you're going to see, 2, even 3 guys in the top 10, top 5 in PER. But since the merger, not as many. Teammates that were top 5 in PER in the same year. So one of them that's close, I just wrote down close ones, but I put on the board the actual ones. So in 1979, the Phoenix Suns had Walter Davis and Paul Westphal finished 5th and 6th. Both those guys are Hall of Famers, very good players. 1983, Moses Malone finished 1st and Dr. J finished 5th. I put a star here because they won the championship. So, I'm sure having both these, legends on your team led to the championship. The next one was in 1985. Magic was 4th, Kareem 5th. Won the championship. So, again, must be nice to have 2 high-caliber players like this. 1987, Boston. They had Larry Bird 3rd, Kevin McHale 5th. They got to the finals, but they didn't win it. Lost to the Lakers. Okay. 1989, Utah. Malone was 5th, Stockton 7th. 95, Utah, Malone was 5th, Stockton 6th, so they're close. 97, Houston, Barkley was actually 5th. He was actually a very efficient player. He got a lot of high PERs. And Barkley was 5th, Elijah Wan was 7th in 97. In 98, San Antonio had David Robinson 3rd and Duncan 5th. That's Duncan's rookie year, already top 5 in PER. Impressive. Now, in 2000, Duncan was 4th and Robinson 5th. So, these guys are kind of like co-best players. And they didn't win it in 98 or 2000, but they won it in between, in 99. They won in between those 2 years. So, again, you're getting, a championship out of that. So, the next one in 03, it was Shaq, number 2, Kobe, number 5. They didn't win it in 03, but they won it the year before, in 02. And the year following, they got to the finals. And in 04, Shaq was number 4, Kobe number 5. So again, you have, this pair is leading to a championship, or Boston, who won it the year before in 86. So you're either winning it that year or, the year before, the year after, almost always when you have that level of teammates. So moving along to the crux of this video. In 2011, LeBron James was 1st, Dwayne Wade 3rd. All right. So they didn't win it. They got to the finals and they lost famously, whatever. 2012, exact same thing. LeBron number 1, Dwayne Wade number 3. And that one, they did win the championship. That's why I got the kind of the pounds, the star, and then the star here. So they got to the finals, won the championship. Okay. And another one that's close is 2013. LeBron was 1st, Dwayne Wade 7th. Now, this one is pretty interesting. 2016, Kevin Durant was 2nd, and Russell Westbrook was 3rd. So that's one of those where 2 of the top 3 players and they didn't even make the finals. They had their chance up 3-1 against Golden State and somehow blew it. I don't know how they did it, but they went cold. They just blew it, plain and simple. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. In 2010, these players were not on the same team. However, they were getting ready to join the same team. In 2010, LeBron James was number 1 in PER, Dwayne Wade number 2, and Chris Bosh number 4. 3 of the top 4 players in PER in the NBA. It's never happened. Never happened on the same team. And it didn't happen here. But my thing is, okay, LeBron ended up being number 1, and Dwayne Wade dropped from 2 to 3. But Bosh just fell off the map, basically. I think he finished like 20th or 21st or something. But again, that goes to maximizing your player. You had the 4th most efficient player in the league join your team. You have 3 of the top 4 players in PER in the NBA. And that's not enough. LeBron James says that, the rest of the players, they were just minimal players, basically calling them average or below, whatever he was trying to say there. But you have 3 of the top 4. Are you kidding me? I mean, these other teams, yeah, Moses and Dr. J, they had, Maurice Cheeks and Bobby Jones and Andrew Toney, sure, they had a really good team. Same with the Lakers, they had Jamal Wilkes, James Worthy, everything they had, Bob McAdoo, Michael Cooper. Same with Boston, with Dennis Johnson, Parrish, Ainge, all that, sure. But the 99 Spurs didn't. They had Avery Johnson, Vinny Del Negro, Sean Elliott. They're solid players, but they're not stars by any means. They won a championship with 2 of the top 5 in between 98 and 2000. Shaq and Kobe, you're telling me those guys had, bunch of star players like Rick Fox. They had Derek Fisher, Robert Horry, an old Horace Grant, an old Ron Harper. That's what they had. Brian Shaw, Glenn Rice for the year of 2000. Yeah, but this is 3-4 years removed from that. Now, granted, Shaq and Kobe, the combo, is one of the best ever in the history of the NBA. I agree. But still, they didn't have a bunch of peripheral help. It was just basically the 2 of them. But you got 3 guys in the top 4. So, again, if you're not maximizing them, that's on you. That's, again, part of the GOAT criteria. Are you getting the most out of your teammates? And I think we know the answer. Okay, another very interesting one is in 2014. LeBron James is number 2. Kevin Love is number 3. Now, no, not that season, but the next one. In 2015, Love joins your team. So you have 2 of the top 3 players in PER, which has only happened a handful of times. You're talking 2016, 2012, and 2011. That's it. Only time. There's 3 times the 2 of the top 3 players in PER were on the same team. Now, granted, it wasn't 2014, but it was the next year. Again, are you maximizing Kevin Love? We know the answer. No. Love did not get maximized in 2015. Okay. Another thing worth mentioning, Anthony Davis in 2020 was number 4. LeBron was number 9. But still, he's the GOAT, right? He's got the number 4 he's got the number 4 player in PER in the league on his team, and he's the GOAT. Okay? They won a championship. All right, good for them. What about 2023? Anthony Davis, number 5. LeBron James was number 12, but he's the GOAT. You got a top 5 player in PER on your team. 2023, they got swept. 2024, last year, LeBron James finished 6th in PER. Wow. Anthony Davis, 5th. 2 of the top 6 players. What happened? You got gentlemen swept in the first round. You lost 4-1. Another one of those 3-game-in-a-row losing streaks to add to that impressive resume. So I find this incredible. I do. It all depends on how much stock you put into PER. Now, if you guys are curious, I just got called a Michael Jordan fanboy today. And the only reason I even started this channel, and I seem like I defend Michael Jordan and all that kind of stuff is because of the big media, okay? They're the ones attacking Jordan almost on a daily basis. So if you're going to say something about me, then you better say something about them too, because I'm defending the guy that they're bashing. So it's a counterbalance, all it is. So Michael Jordan, what were his teammates doing in PER in his whole career? Let's take a look. In 1985, or his rookie year, Orlando Woolrich finished 25th in PER. That's actually not bad. 86, Jordan was only there a handful of games. It didn't affect PER, them playing together, so I didn't even look it up. In 87, Charles Oakley finished 91st. That was Jordan's best teammate in PER. Again, a lot of this hangs on how much stock you put in PER. If you put a lot of stock into it, it's bad for LeBron James. If you put, little to no stock in it, then it's like whatever. I don't understand PER enough, how they come to this. I mean, I know it's some stats, some formula combination. I just don't understand it enough yet. In 1988, Jordan's big MVP year, all that stuff. Charles Oakley was 74th in PER. That was Jordan's best teammate. In 1989, Oakley's now gone. Scottie Pippen is the number 2 guy. He was 92nd. So he didn't even crack what Oakley did. In 1990, Scottie Pippen's an all-star now, but he wasn't the best teammate in PER in 1990. It was Horace Grant. Grant finished 56th. To me, that still seems kind of low for your number 2 guy. Now Pippen is making all leagues, and he's in his prime by 91, no doubt. 91, Scottie Pippen was 20th in PER. In 92, Pippen was 13th in PER. That's pretty good. 93, Pippen was 25th. So in those 3 years, when Jordan has a player in the top 25 in PER, he wins a championship. Now, in 94, Michael Jordan was not on this team, but Scottie Pippen's career best finished 4th in PER. And I just did a video yesterday, actually, about how Scottie Pippen wasn't even better than Gary Payton. Phil Jackson said Pippen was the second best player in the league. I don't even know exactly what time he started. I think it was around contract time or whatever. But if you're going by PER, he never cracked number 4. He was number 4. That was his best, and that was 1 year. His next year in 95, again, Jordan, was only there for 17 games. You can't hardly count it because it would have been affected had Jordan been there all year. Pippen finished 7th. So again, that's good. But does that sound like number 2 to you? Not to me either. And that's with Jordan not being in the league. Okay. In 96, Jordan's back now. Pippen finishes 15th. In 97, Pippen finishes 17th. In 98, Pippen finishes 19th. So again, give Jordan a top 25 teammate in PER, he'll win you a championship. That's simple. As long as he was there all year. And the only exception was Orlando Woolrich did finish number 25 back in 85 as a rookie. Their defense was bad. I think it was like bottom 3 or something. But anyway, not making excuses, just saying what happened. Jordan had a losing record his rookie year. And it's not an excuse, but if you explain, I've explained what happened there in a lot of other videos. And the scheduling was just done differently. If you were in the better conference, you had to play these teams 5 and 6 times. You had to play in your division. You were playing Detroit 6 times. You were playing Atlanta 6 times. You were playing Milwaukee 6 times. And these teams were good. These were very good teams. And then in the other division in the East, you played Boston 5 times. You played Philly 5 times. These are good teams. And then teams about on the Bulls level was teams like Indiana, Washington, New Jersey. You had to play them 5 and 6 times each. You didn't get very many cream puff, easy wins. There was some to be had in the West, but you just didn't get that many chances to play them. You might have had like 15 games, 16 games against weak teams in the West. You just didn't have that opportunity. But anyway, so Scottie Pippen in 98, even though he only played a little over half the season, finished 19th in PER. Okay? So, I've heard people say that, well, because he was on, with Jordan, it kind of held him back. Even though in 94, when he averaged 22 points a game, that was 1 point per game more than when he played with Michael Jordan. So didn't really make any difference whether Jordan was there or not. But in 1999, when Pippen was there all year, Jordan retired. Pippen joins Houston. Pippen was 65th in PER. And you know what he had on his team? Barkley finished 8th. Now, granted, he's older. Olajuwon finished 9th. Now, granted, he's older too, but Olajuwon finished third team All-NBA in 99. So I wouldn't say he was exactly done. But Pippen's playing with two of the top 9 players in PER. Pippen played all 50 games. Houston got beat 3-1. So what I'm saying is, Jordan did not have anywhere near, not even in the same, universe as LeBron James had, or Magic Johnson had, or Kareem, or even Duncan had in the level of PER teammates. That was something that, LeBron James had in spades. The only people that are even close was probably, Magic, and even that was just a couple years. Malone and Stockton twice were in the top 7. Barkley and Olajuwon in 97 were in the top 7. Robinson and Duncan 3 times were in the top 7. Like I said, in 98, they were 3rd and 5th. 2000, 4th and 5th. In 99, the year they won it, Robinson was actually higher at 3rd, and Duncan was 7th the year they won it in 99. So they had 3 years there where they were, top 7, you could say. And then Shaq and Kobe in 03 and 04 were top 5. But LeBron James in 2011 had, 2 of the top 3. 2012, 2 of the top 3. 2013, 2 of the top 7. In 2015, or actually in 2011, he had, going into the season, 3 of the top 4 in PER in the whole NBA, which is unheard of. No, since the merger, it's not even close. No one has had that level of PER on one team. No, not even close. And then in 2015, Kevin Love was 3rd and LeBron was 2nd. 2 of the top 3 in the NBA joining the same team. So, how much more help do you need? And Kyrie Irving, I think he was like top 20. They were loaded if you put stock into PER. And that's the whole crux of this. How much stock do you put into PER? And then, like I said, and then in 2019, Anthony Davis was 3rd. When he actually played with LeBron in 2020, he was 4th. 2023, 5th. 2024, 5th. So he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times he's had a teammate that was on his team that year in the top 5 in PER. More than any other superstar, bar none. No other superstar has had a teammate inside the top 5 times like LeBron. Look it up. There's just nobody having that. Not at all. At least not when that player is also in the top 5. I guess that's the one condition you got to make. When they're in the top 5, to also have another top 5 PER teammate, LeBron is the leader. 5 times that's happened. And then you have 3 guys in the top 4 going into the season, 2 of the top 3 going into a season. It's just insane. It's insanity. How much strength this guy had for his number 2 and number 3 teammates. It was just incredible. And this whole, we just had minimum players, BS. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron could have built something in Cleveland if he would have just stood pat in 2010. Yeah, I know, Bosh joined Miami and it scared you, thinking like, I won't beat those guys now. But you already had a decent core of players. You had Anton Jameson, who just came over. He was locked into a contract. You had Anderson Varejao, very good defensive player. You don't need all these scores. You got Mo Williams. You got Anton Jameson. And Varejao is a guy who's going to defend and rebound. Exactly what you need on that team. Baron Davis, they acquired in 2011. All they had to do was just keep everything intact and acquire Baron Davis like they did even though LeBron left. And they would have had a squad. That's a good team. 2010. They had a good team. 2009, a good team. But he got scared because Bosh and Wade, joined the same team. Kobe is making him look bad with winning 2 more championships when he's got the number 1 seed, 60-win teams, and can't do nothing with it. And he panicked. He choked like he does in the games and, had to join some superstars. And then when they didn't win it in 2011, it was humiliating. They had a 2-1 lead in the finals and didn't win it. Absolutely humiliating. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Please leave in the comments if you think I missed something. By all means, let's hear it. But LeBron James had the most PER help of any superstar. If you put stock in PER, then there's no excuse here. LeBron James had a plethora of players, not just one guy either, a bunch of them that were top 5 in PER regularly, either getting ready to join his team or on his team. Either way, this guy was just loaded. So anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It would really help me out. I'm still a pretty young channel within my first year, and I'm just doing my thing. I'm just trying to inform and educate people. As I learn the information, all I do is I just share it. That's it. That's all this channel is. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time.